They even doing that.
I feel like we're putting it. So yeah, but I want y'all to listen to one key part of this. When AT2 asked him, and he said, "Well, are they really, abusing the kids?" He said, "Well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not." Right? Listen to this shit. Y'all tell me these people ain't nasty, dark, and sick. And this is not edited. This is not edited. Are they really abusing kids? No. Did y'all hear that? Come on. And they skipping over that part. They skipping over that he said that part. They going into the whole, he said some, insensitive stuff about black people and comparing it to being fat and stuff like that. But they skipped over that part right there that he said that. Like, well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But they overlooked that part. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna play. What's up? And I'm gonna let y'all listen. When we had our first conversation when we were talking about how when it comes to being knowledgeable and questioning them on certain things, you guys don't know. So you don't know what to push back on or what to even ask. It's more like you just let them ram. But do I personally think you're exploiting them? No, because at the end of the day, Jag wants to be exploited. She wants to come on your channel because she's benefiting from it. Well, to not know what to say, what don't we need to say? Because what they're doing is basically abusing children. So any fool can figure out what to ask somebody questions about abusing kids or spousal abuse. None of that has to do with color. Yeah, but are they really abusing kids? Well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But they're at least no. It was echoing like that because I got the mic on and I got the sound coming through the what it comes too. I think if I put my headset on, it'll eliminate the echo. So let's try that. Uh, real quick. Let's try to put the headset on. Let's see if it eliminates the echo. This should work. And you guys should still be able to hear it. All right, let's go with this way. Let's go at it this way. Re-add it. Share the screen. Make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. How? How did they skip over that? Can y'all hear it? This is the part of the problem because it's like putting it out like these men. Ask him, and he says, "Well, are they really, abusing the kids?" He said, "Can y'all hear it now better and still hear me talking?" Having sex with them, so maybe not. Right? Listen to this shit. Y'all tell me these people ain't nasty, dark, and sick. And this is not edited. This is not edited. Are they really abusing kids? Well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. Did the echo stop? No. Did y'all hear that? Come on. And they skipping over that part. They skipping over that he said that part. They going into the whole, he said some, insensitive stuff about black people and that man said that and stuff like that. That man said they are having sex with kids, so maybe they're not abusing them. Well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But he said, are they really abusing kids? He said, well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But I'm gonna what the hell? And I'm gonna let y'all listen. Well, they having sex with them, so maybe they're not really abusing them. What the fuck? When it comes to having this the type of people y'all got playing in y'all face. On certain things, you guys don't know, so you don't know what to push back on or what to even ask. It's more like you just let them ram. But do I personally think you're exploiting them? No, because at the end of the day, Jag wants to be exploited. She wants to come on your channel because she's benefiting.
AT2 so blinded, he didn't even pick up that dude said that. He ain't even pick up that Shane said that, right? AT2 so blinded by the conversation, he completely overlooked that Shane just said that on his panel. And basically, he just agreed with it like, oh, well, yeah. So, oh, they want to be exploited. Like, no, he just said at the end of the day, they're having sex with kids. So maybe they're not abusing them. What? You just gonna let that shit slide like that? This is how you know that they're not real. This is how you know that all of this is for content and they're not real people, because listen to what he says.
So any fool can figure out what to ask somebody questions about abusing kids or spousal abuse. None of that has to do with color.
Yeah, but are they really abusing kids?
Well, I mean, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. But I mean, they're at least
no. Are they even doing that? I feel like we're putting it in.
How did they skip over that?
And this is the part of the problem, because it's like putting it out like these.
AT2's like, well, no. Well, not even that. They maybe not even doing that. So now I'm starting to think like maybe these people are on here and they signed up to attack victims and protect pedos or protect these people that's doing stuff to our children and our youth. I think they're more so out here pretending like they're fighting against this stuff, but they're actually protecting it and creating certain narratives over top of it, or creating certain scenarios over top of it, right? The fact that we are hearing him say that, but they are trying to paint it out to be like, oh no, Jaguar wants to be exploited. Da, 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 da. Did you not hear that man just say that hey, listen, stop spamming hi in the comment section. I'm going to block you. I'm going to mute you. Okay, you still doing it? Sure, no problem. I got you. There you go. Now you on timeout. Ain't no point of spamming that in the comment section. Ain't no point of spamming in the comment section.
For example, Rocco, I don't believe his story at all.
Okay, well, let me phrase
I would think that was
just do this. Put allegedly behind everything that's ever comes out of anybody's mouth.
No.
Allegedly, they've messed with little kids and diddled little kids. That's why Diddy's in jail. You know, same way Epstein allegedly diddled.
You see that? Diddy's not in jail for, messing with kids. Diddy's in jail for the Cassidy situation, so on and so forth. But this is the idea scenario, because these people are projecting. These people that you hear talking about these different scenarios and stuff, they are projecting. They are projecting this out there. This ain't, listen, the world is one big stage. This ain't real. The shit we watching is not real. The world is one big stage. They just playing with us. Mental, psychological, however you want to look at it. These people ain't out here fighting against. No. Ron Swanson once said that he had 100% recovery rate when it came to, breaking down pedo rings. Come to find out that shit is false. Shane and them running around like they pointing out all of this stuff and like they're saving the world. That shit is false. They are actually the ones that are protecting it. They are actually the ones that are giving our kids Uggs. They are actually the ones that are manipulating our youth and having our youth manipulate us. Atwoods and them are teaching our youth how to manipulate us via social media, via in real life, via, through seduction, via through the use of Uggs or other nefarious means of, torturous, however you want to look at it. It is, basically coercions of the heart by trying to find out what people want and desire and then making it seem like you can help them get it. And it's just in reach. They just got to do a couple more things and they'll be able to grasp everything that they want and so on and so forth. So these people string people along like this. Mind you, this is a year ago. This is roughly a year ago. Don't worry. We're going to look at Sherelle and Perry in a minute too. We're going to bring up Sherelle and Perry in a minute too. We want to go back and look at all of this, right? Because they played in our face then and they're going to play in our face now. So these same scenarios that they spent then around this same time, it was actually May 10th and, something like that. But these same scenarios that was played last year, you're going to watch all of these scenarios replay again. You're going to watch all of these same scenarios play. That's why I say when you pay attention to the patterns, you will realize that all of these patterns just keep replaying in our face. They just find different people to play the
So
characters.
he kills himself, but he doesn't have to spend the time in jail.
Nah, I want y'all to think about what he said though. He said, well, they having sex with him, so maybe not. He said, are they really abusing little kids? Right? That's what AT2 said. He said, well, are they really abusing little kids? Right? Now, Shane said, well, they're having sex with them, so maybe not. Did y'all hear me? I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the mic. Did y'all hear me? He said that they're having sex with them, so maybe not. They skip right over it. They skip right over that shit. Like it was nothing. Nobody want to ask these questions. Nobody want to. That's why I say, like, listen, man. What's going on with you? They playing. They not really out here searching for the truth. They not really out here seeking the. People telling on themselves left and right, and nobody's. They acting like they don't hear it. This milk dug head, you know what I'm saying, sitting here acting like he didn't just hear the shit that he just heard. You know why? Because it makes sense. That shit went over his head. Cause he ain't thinking about that shit like that. He probably thinking like shit, because it's certain people are not gonna hear that shit because it's not. I'm not talking in the mic. It's not. You know what I mean? When I talk in the mic, you can hear it. Like yeah. That's not me. Like this is the recording. We're going back and watching certain lives. Like I want to point out this game that seems to keep on playing. We're gonna go back and watch Sherelle and Perry when they came up on my panel also. But I just want to point out this game that they keep on playing, right? When you go back and watch it and you go back and look at it, right? The manipulation is all there. The way that they played is all there, right? But one can get caught up in the bullshit because you're not really trained to see these patterns of human behavior. You're not really trained to see it, right? So these are different variations of patterns of human behavior. You can go back and see the same stuff that we exposed a year ago is the same stuff that they're still doing right now. This is why when you are exposing creatures of habit, you want to wait. You got to wait a while so you can see. You know what I mean? You got to wait a while so you can see how this actually plays out. You can see the variations of manipulation that they try to play, right? You can see all of this. When you go back and you look at it and you go back and you hear the things that they were saying and you hear the stuff that Jaguar repeated, you hear the stuff that AT2 repeated, you hear the stuff that they're doing the same thing. They cannot do nothing but change the characters that's involved. It's a modern day soap opera. It's like every season, a new set of bullshit comes out and then they go with, oh, check out next season on it. Like, this is why I don't even see how they don't have like a Roku station already and playing this on a Roku station, because this is literally like repeated shit that they keep on doing over and over again. You could tell the same players that's being involved, the same people that's coming out, right? The partnerships that's coming out, the unions that's happening. Like, this is the same shit. The same shit. Don't let these people fool you. We've been opened up the can and opened up the door on all of their bullshit. I'm not. Listen, one thing for sure, two things for certain. We're not going to let them rewrite things that happen. I don't get along with a lot of people. I don't get along with a lot of people on here, and I'm probably never going to get along with these people on here, right? Because they want to play this game. But all we're going to do is keep on pointing out the truth and pointing out the things that's happening, the facts, the truth, even the parts that we might have played a role in, even the things that we might have, we still going to point out the facts and the truth of it all. See, they want to rewrite it and make their self look less, less damaging. They want to rewrite it and make the parts that they did less this and less that. No, let's not rewrite it. Let's leave it just how it is. Let's tell the truth just how it was when it took place. We don't got to rewrite this shit. A lot of mistakes was made, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of bullshit, whatever you want to call it. You got, Vampy and them still mad because of, because of the fact that we did a live on Blanco, whatever her name is. You know what I mean? You got people out here still mad because we've been pointed all of this out. We've been exposed all of this stuff. This wasn't nothing new when we started pointing these people out, when we started exposing these people.
Can the universe sell? Can they use that coin? Can they make it? Can they melt it down and make a chain? Anything? Huh?
The same thing that they doing. They've been doing. They doing the same thing now. Reinvigorating themselves, coming back, reinvigorating themselves. Hey, it's me again. Hey, it's me again. Now they operating on more platforms. They pushing out, spreading that hateful behavior, spreading that, tear you down concept. They pulling other players involved. All these different players that set up. You had the Ambers. You remember the Ambers, right? You remember the Bonnies? We had Bonnie over here. Which one was it? Probably don't matter at this point, And then that old faithful conversation that Jaguar had in the tub, when the whole Trevor Green story popped up. This was the most disturbing part of everything right here. The way Jaguar operate, you know what I'm saying?
It's so funny. I don't understand how I took it easy.
They all
We gotta go all the way back. You gotta go all the way back.
Handle for Jaguar.
We've been looked at this. Look, let's just jump around for a second, right?
I'm a catch.
Here you go, Chris Todd, right? Chris Todd. Here you go. This is where all of this shit is going to break at right now. Mind you, if you know sign language, right there, what Chris Todd is doing, he's saying the N word in sign language, because if you go like this and you twist right here at your nose, it means nigga in sign language. But all right, so you're watching this and you're looking at these different variations of things, and this is where the breakdown gets sketchy. This is where things get funny, right? This is right before the Atwoods brought her on the page with Chris Todd and what's his name, Courtney Burgess, and so on and so forth, where Courtney Burgess exposes that Jaguar did such and such with her son and everything like that. So this is why I say you got to go back. Like, this is why, like, they don't like us over here, because we didn't just sit here and just ridicule, talk shit. We let their own words speak for them. That's all we did, was go back and let their own words speak for them. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. If y'all didn't hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down button. If you didn't hit the thumbs up down button, just interact with the screen in any way possible. We do have memberships. We do have super chat. We do have super stickers. You can utilize those things too, but just your attention and having your presence is good enough for me. But you can still utilize the things that YouTube allows you to do.
Do you see the move that he's doing with his finger and his nose? You can go ask any deaf person, go ask them, how do you say the N word in sign language? They're going to put two fingers on the side of their nose and they're going to wiggle them, right? Look at what he's doing. Here's why I say it's better to just learn a bunch of shit.
In 2008, from Shakir Stewart, the music executive. That's where he said he got that flash drive from. He said this on the Sean Atwood channel.
You see that move that he's doing with his hand and his nose? That's calling somebody the N-word. That's now
You can go look it up.
One finger.
You can go look it up.
Something else.
Go look it up.
Fingers in
order. You know how they, and then it's like brown nosing. You know what I mean? It's like brown nosing. So like either way, it's not a good symbol.
Shake it like that.
and that is what that is. I had a sister that was deaf, so I had to learn a lot of different stuff. And just like any other kid, we learn the bad words first, right? We learn the bad words first. Um, you can look it up. It's two fingers on the side of the nose, wiggle back and forth. It means nigger. But I'm showing it on YouTube. You can go to Ralph DaWise on YouTube. Ralph D.
Thanks for having me on just for a couple minutes. I have a new book coming out. It's called Shame on Shay, and Shay is spelled SCHAE. It's on Amazon right now. Shame on Shay. So I'd love to have people check it out. It's my new book. It's the follow-up to Kim's Lost Words. This is more of it's a semi-fictionalized book, so it's a little more
We
fun,
always learn.
entertaining.
Absolutely, we always learning.
And AT2, do not try to bother striking my page. As you can see, this is already coming from my page. You see, Ralph DaWise. So this is not me watching your live or whatever you call it when y'all be striking people's pages, right? This is me going back and watching one of my lives. So don't waste your time trying to strike the page, make it seem like somebody's using your content for relevancy or attention, right? Just don't waste your time doing it. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I say you got to be forever a student, and a teacher. You got to forever be a gentleman and a scholar. I can't show the video on TikTok. If I show the video on TikTok, they say it's pre-recorded. They say a lot. He is implementing himself in the beginning of this story. He's like, we told Courtney Burgess' lawyer or whatever, he's like, we told her about the flash drive, but we never thought that she would go out in the public eye and say it, right? We never thought that she would go out in public and say this stuff, right? So yeah, it's a whole game, right? Um, and that's why I say you got to pay attention to what they saying. Remember, even when even in the biblical text, Christ said that our tongue is going to be our sword. So he said in this new time when he come back, our tongue is going to be our sword. So you have to pay attention to people's words. This is a battle of words because the words is infiltrating your mind. So when you realize that this is how that battle was going to take place with words, VI social media, or however it was going to take place, we're right back at the Battle of Babel. We are right back at, the start of the vision, right? And we have to overcome a lot of these dividing measures. So in order to do that is spiritual discernment. Great way to take in spiritual discernment is to actually pay attention to these personas.
Now, one's in the chat. One's in the chat, right? One's in the chat real quick. Put a one in the chat. have our operation not stayed the same? Have we not continued to sit over here and point out these different variations of entities? Have we not did the same thing over here? Speak on spiritual discernment, so on and so forth, right? I know a lot of them like to stay in the superficial world. Your teeth is messed up. Your teeth is so messed up. Your teeth is so messed up. Like this is, for a whole 2 years now, almost since 2024, December of 2024. We almost at the end of 2026. We halfway through 2026. A year and a half. A year and a half of dealing with these people, man. And their levels of attack never change from trying to attack, whatever sexually, whatever they can sexualize, whatever they can like carnalize, looking at different variations of it. Like their ways of motion is all the same. That's why I tell you to look at the patterns. You just got to read the patterns, Their behavioral patterns will never change. I can finally get finances or get my finances up and say, okay, now that everything's gone, I can get my teeth worked on, whatever the case may be. But they will remain the same. Their attitudes, their energies, their patterns will remain the same. Same nasty, no good patterns. That's it. Same nasty, no good patterns.
that is
That's
before
it.
us. Don't pay attention to the person. Don't pay attention to the one book.
No, Kim's not, there's no Kim Porter in it. She's never mentioned in the book. It's not about Kim. It's just a book. Just trust me. Have your people check it out. Go to Amazon. Shame on Shay, SCHAE.
Look, another.
You see the levels of manipulation. Now, this is what Chris Todd and them does, right? Chris Todd says that, guess what? Somebody who's already unalived, they're not here, right? So you just put as much stuff on them as possible. Remember, Chris Todd is the one who thought that he had the rights to tell someone's story that wasn't here because they wasn't here no more. The Floyd situation, so on and so forth. He changed his name from Chris Todd to Todd Chris. Does that not sound familiar to you guys? I mean, you had a Murphy James and a James Murphy, right? You got a Chris Todd and a Todd Chris, right? All of these people are exhibiting the same patterns of behavior. You just got to watch the patterns of behavior. They trying to get books out of somebody's life, right? Sound familiar? Trying to write books and get episodes, right? Ain't that what the farmer was trying to do? Oh, I'm gonna get a whole this out of that, right? Ain't that what Imani and them was talking about? Ain't that what all these people keep on talking about? Some sort of idea, reality out of somebody else's life. Look at Jaguar. She's creating, different variations of chaos, right? Crises in people's real life, TJ's real life, right? Goomba's real life, right? All you gotta do is follow the patterns. It's the patterns. They repeat the same patterns. You think she recording and saving up these videos because she's doing the same thing. All of them doing the same thing. Exploiting other people's real life in order to monetize on YouTube and build and grow and whatever, right? Whole time their life is based off of drinking, going to the casinos, right? Flying through Dubai, going to Canada, selling butt pussy everywhere, right? Or you got Wolf Coochie with this AP technology, think that he gonna finesse the internet in order to make himself famous and relevant. Got these old ass beats that he act like he producing and putting out there, still doing shit from the 90s. Everybody out here using Chat GTP and AI, you know what I'm saying? Even Timberland using AI now. And he's the beat maker. And he using AI and shit like that to put music and lay on tracks and shit like that. And Will Coochie out here talking about I got some beats that I put together, for cruelty free. I got these beats. I'll be releasing beats all the way until next summer. And then Jaguar might have something come out within the next year or so. Jaguar sitting there like, I got stuff now. I'm ready now. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to come out with stuff now. No, calm down. In time. Make sure y'all go to our Patreon. We know you got a lot of stuff, Jag. We know you got a lot of stuff. Come on, man. And the whole time, all they doing is attacking people online. Whole time. They ain't really addressing none of the other stuff. They just attacking people online, And it's like Michael Jackson, like, her and Grace got to do a live where they say, nobody better not say nothing about Michael Jackson. I'll smack you right now. The Joker would never. And now it's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was saving the kids. Michael Jackson was saving the kids. Y'all didn't, if you go back and look at Jaguar portfolio or whatever you want to call it, the history of Jaguar, go back and listen to what she said a couple years ago about Michael Jackson. Now she changing it about Michael Jackson to make it seem like, she knew all along that Michael Jackson was saving the kids and so on and so forth. But if you go back to her old Jaguar, she done said shit about everybody. She's like a Charleston White or some shit. She like a Charleston White. All of them is taking the Orlando Brown direction. All of them taking the Orlando Brown direction. Ray J, go on internet, say a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to also look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was just at the Shade Room. We got to take a look at that. He was there earlier today at the Shade Room, just came out. Y'all might want to go look at that. you know, and tell me what y'all think about it, you know. But everybody doing the same thing. The world is not what y'all thought it was. All of that, the soap operas that we used to watch, Martin and all of that stuff that done shaped us, Kid and Play, all of that stuff, House Party, all of the stuff that shaped us into the idea that we thought we were supposed to be. You know, Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood, Menace to Society. You know, all of those movies that programmed our mind because our parents was putting them on Friday. You know, Friday After Next. All of those movies that shaped our reality. Right? Those movies shaped our reality. I hope y'all know that. Boys in the Hood, it shaped our reality, right? Yeah, so a man thinketh, so shall it be. Maybe we didn't know we was getting programmed. Maybe we didn't know those things were shaping our reality, but it shaped our reality, right? And now as you look at it today, there's things that they're doing that is shaping their reality, right? The things these people are doing now is shaping their reality. Their reality is becoming what it is that they are putting their minds to with the operation of intent and so on and so forth, right? Reality is being reshaped based off of the people that exist in this world. And that's why I say everything ain't for everybody and everybody's not going to make it. Because once you come to the realization that you can only get through to those who have an open mind to get through to, everybody done closed off their mind in one way, shape, or form. Everybody's running around closed minded. If the universe was to send a message, a blessing, or any of that down here, a lot of y'all wouldn't even receive it because your mind is closed off. How you think people come up with the idea to become a brain heart surgeon, or you know, come up with different ways to make plastic in the gas, or however you doing that like that? It's knowledge that's placed upon them. And then they come and they study certain things down here and they say, okay, that's it. Even the guy who created the A bomb, he studied a 300-year-old book from India in order to do that. Right? They put that book away and decided nobody could read that book no more again. I mean, maybe in India they got it. Some people are reading it, but hey, when they see him create the A bomb off of that, they said, you know what, put that damn book in the basements of all basements, with the rest of the other million something books that the Vatican is hiding, along with the 300 plus plants, right? So it's like a lot of stuff that we think we see. That's why I just keep on saying the world is one big stage. But it's easier to point it out when you already been observing the patterns in real life. Every so often we go through a recession. Every so often the government say they shutting down. Every so often the currency change, right? So you looking at the operations and the laws of the universe. This is something that happens every so often. That's why we're here for the Great Awakening. That's why we're all here for the Aquarius sky, the time of truth and knowledge, and so on and so forth. And all of this stuff is being revealed to us. But the human patterns still exist right there. You just got to look at the human patterns. You know, if you go into AT2, you go into, you know, Jaguar, you go into all of them. The patterns are there. So all you gotta do is look at the patterns. All the patterns is right there. These people operate the same way every time. It never fails. The only people that would consider Jaguar right a key figure in it is someone that's at the table with them. You know what I mean? It's somebody that's at the table with them, that's manipulating with them. You know what I mean? Because they're all like in this bullshit together, right? He's not going to say, you know, Jaguar Wright never showed any proof about any of this stuff. Jaguar Wright never. If it's one big conspiracy theory, then they're going to cover each other's asses as best as possible. But also, we in a world full of egos. So there's still like, you know, that's why he's saying, like, you know, I never wanted to work with her. Even, you know, Courtney Burgess bumped heads with her. And, you know, you got to remember it's an organization. So there's levels to it, right? If he's saying that, you know, he's in there, you know, through Courtney Burgess, then obviously Courtney Burgess is saying, like, you know, Jaguar Wright is getting on my nerves. And now it's all coming out. And they're going to try to eliminate her without exposing the whole thing, right? They got to do away with her and expose her to the public before either she exposed them to the public or so on and so forth. Now, mind you, I said this before The lawsuit came out on Jaguar, right? I said this before her name came out in that lawsuit. I said this, right? That they had to try to find a way to push her out and expose her before she exposed them. Because you got to think, these people play this game where if I go down, all of us going down. And that's what Jaguar is telling them. That's why, Atwoods, she's able to threaten Atwoods and stuff like that, because she's saying if I go down, all of us going down, right? So Atwoods like, all right, I'm gonna bring you back to the table. We're gonna try it all over again. I'm gonna bring you back to the table. The same way she did with the blue couch. What happened when they offered her money to come sit on the blue couch and she thought it was a setup? What happened? She started putting it out there that she slept with Joker and everything. Well, a lot of people gonna have to pay some divorce money now because I'm telling it all. Joker gonna have to get a divorce, so on and so forth. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? And she started trying to say she gonna tell on everybody. The dude from BB Films, or whatever it was, what did he say? The dude from BB Films was like, man, look, we was driving down the road. She told me to pull over and just started getting naked right there in the car. Jaguar confirmed it right on Magic page. Yup, I got naked right there. I wanted to see if he was about what he was saying he was about. What the what? You did what? As a lady? Huh? This is very disturbing stuff.
Problem is, Jaguar Wright don't care. Jaguar Wright don't care. See, they feel like they got stuff to lose. They feel like Jaguar Wright don't care. She is already running from the law. You think she care if they have to start running from the law? You think she care? What's going on, Dana? You think she care if they will have to duck? You think she can? No, she don't care. She willing to say anything. Why you think as soon as it came to the Ali Carter situation, what she do? She hit Shelly. She started talking about Shelly. I'll take them off the table because she already knows the players involved. She already knows the handlers, the people behind it. That's why Chris is able to manipulate the way he's manipulating, because they're all master manipulatippers. Now they about to start master manipulatipping each other. That's when you catch the truth, when they start master manipulatipping each other.
Like that. She knows that. Everybody knows that about me. Just do homework on my OJ stuff. I bite. I'm not bark. I will bite you. So I'm not threatening Jaguar. I'm just saying, if she had respect for me, I'd be respectful to her. If she tries to come at me, I'll wreck her ass. Like I'm serious. Like I don't play.
See,
that
that's something that like Courtney Burgess would put in play, right? Courtney Burgess being the Don, taking over, he's got his players involved, so he will put. He knows that this is going to entice Jaguar to say something, right? He knows that this is going to, this is Battle of the Eagles. You know what I mean? So by him saying like, I'll wreck Jaguar, Jaguar know I don't play. She knows I'm by. So what Jaguar gonna do? Jaguar gotta respond to that. She responded to a nigga bike. She responded to the fact she stole my bike in '94. So she gotta respond to this. She gotta respond to this, right? Well, Courtney Burgess said he's the Don. He's the Don. Chris said that Courtney is the Don now.
I would like to see it. I ain't gonna lie. Real quick, on Netflix they have a new John Benet Ramsey.
My YouTube page is Ralph DaWise. That's Ralph DaWise, or Energy of Atlas 111. If you're trying to TikTok, if you're trying to get over to the YouTube
documentary. But I remember you told me that you had solved it. Did you watch the Netflix special or?
Oh, yeah, I did watch some of it, and I put a challenge out to Joe Berlinger and to John Ramsey. Come debate me, because I know who killed John Benet Ramsey. And I'll tell you right now.
See, they put as much on the unalive as possible.
That note said.
Right. Let's jump ahead. Don't worry, we're just gonna jump
in
ahead.
life. Well, no, because every time you go to sleep and you wake up, there's something new. Something new that you said, something new that you didn't say. There's always some new thing.
Listen to the manipulation. Listen to the manipulation.
Salute to D. By the way, darling, Andre Turner's titty hates you.
Me?
No, D. He's now deeming her hard-faced D, and she's too ugly to talk about him, and she needs to mind her.
Yeah, she knows dang well Idra and old Dusty, old Wolf Kutcher been talking. They've been in the same room together. You know, when she left the room, I think Idra might have blew on his whistle, because all you got to do is blow on it. You know what I mean? And that thing going to the loop. You know, I think she might have blew on it a little bit. You know, and that's probably why she mad, is because she already know that Idra English done blew on it. You know what I mean? You know, she already knows it.
82 called anyone ugly?
Yeah,
82.
Yeah, and so basically he was over there licking his wounds because,
look how they put AT2. And who is this? Is this the young Sean Atwood? Who is this? This is not Sean Atwood. Who is this? Is this the young version of what's Superman arch nemesis name? This Lex Luthor right here? Who is this? Like, this is why I say they be painting the worst type. You ain't get this dude none of his aging process or nothing. You got Sean Atwood looking like a 18-year-old boy. And this is how they see themselves.
we kind of killed their whole Shane infiltration story. So now he's over there saying that Shane, that Sean Atwood and them aren't firing him.
Before the
Which,
drug.
by the way, I thought it was very
Pee Wee Herman.
interesting that Make It Make Sense needed to come over to AT2's so much smaller platform than him to make sure that he knew that Shane wasn't fired, but everyone is very upset.
What?
See?
Yeah. Why would Make It Make Sense?
She's trying to clean it up. You knew damn well Shane was never going to be fired. Shane is a producer. Shane produced the drama for Atwood, the show, to keep on going. He's the back end bullshitter. He's the send you a text message and watch you respond to it. Like, y'all knew he wasn't about to get fired. What content creator, JD? Oh, Just D. I know Just D be holding her little roses, trying to make it seem. She do cover up content for Jaguar. She tried to make it seem like everything Jaguar said was funny and fun, and they had so much fun, and everybody should have been there. She do the night cover up shit, just like Madagascar got the day shift to hold alive about Jaguar, to keep her name in good. Just D got
That's
a night
old,
shift.
Maggie.
Those
That's
are the
old.
shifts that
That's
they
old,
run.
Maggie.
They
Don't
got this
respond
shit
to
running
it.
like the crack corner. They all taking shifts on YouTube to try to panhandle for Jaguar.
Need to come over to bring AT2 information if they weren't teammates.
Absolutely.
That was
So now,
piece of tails coming over here to your channel to drop
Exactly.
you a super chat to correct your information to make sure you had it right, so you didn't continue to sit online sounding like a complete idiot. Looks like the Godfather of Chewed Food has a YouTube Godfather too.
my, how interesting.
Look at
I'm
this.
illuminated. Yeah.
Why
You
do they care if Shane is fired or not?
Well, because they gotta go somewhere with it. They keep cooking up all of this stuff, and it just keeps falling flat.
Why wouldn't people care if Shane got fired or not? If Shane is, sending back in emails, if Shane is sending text messages to Black people lives in America and trying to make them paranoid, get them scared, make them tick, play some type of puppet master role in their life, why would you want him to be a part of the brand, tarnishing the brand? 2 days ago, they made it seem like we're going to take this up with Atwoods. And I hope that Atwoods is upset that Shane is tarnishing the brand like this.
right? I mean, Madagascar did a whole live where she's like, I am so upset with Shane, and da 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 da, and actions better be taken. And now they're making it seem like why is so everyone so upset that look at Madagascar out here looking like a ghost with all that paint and stuff on her face. Soon as she moved closer to the light, everything just turned
Okay,
black.
okay.
A letters. If Ronnie Bo didn't get paranoid.
Okay.
Time she's done that at least 5 times, maybe more. And then loose here and loose there, and here membership, there membership, everywhere membership. But the one thing that made it,
You know when she mentioned the gamer, she's talking about me. You know when she mentioned the gamer, she's talking about me. She can't say my name anymore, so she's like, the one thing that's getting me is this gamers. They get in your head, they analyze. She referring
Back down
to me
memory lane.
because she said these damn gamers. She think that they hired a gamer.
Y'all remember that? Back down memory lane.
In her mind, she's like, they hired this damn gamer. He's, in my life. He's analyzing everything that I do.
membership there, membership everywhere, membership. But the one thing that made it very telling was she would do it more when I didn't have it on a subscriber mode. See, if I don't have it on subscriber mode and there's a bunch of trolls sitting in the chat, when she hits that button and gets those memberships,
What's
all
going
those
on?
trolls get memberships and didn't even have to subscribe. They're trying to slow me down in the algorithm again. They're pissed off that they're going to have to pay me.
Yes, they are.
They're pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's no longer an unfair fight because it's literally been me against YouTube for 5 years. And so now
Look at Madagascar with the face.
Family, community that we're building here.
Right.
And for there to be other credible people speaking out against the injustices. Yes, this is making all of them very uncomfortable. And I'm happy about that, but it's time for me to release the Kraken. When I realized that they were going to start going heavier at inventing storylines and narratives, I decided to create one of my own. If we going to play make-believe, baby, don't let me miss out on the fun. Let me go in my StreamYard and check the date on this very special secret live. I'm a doozy. Maggie, I'm not a little bit mean.
She is mad we about to have a bike fund. She is so pissed. She is so upset that we about to have a bike fund. Why is she upset? Why is she still want to oppress me from getting my bike? She still want to stop me from getting my bike. She is still mad.
See, we had fun over here. We had fun over here. Did we not? We had fun laughing at them.
When I'm coming to butt somebody in the head, I want them to know I done it. That's just the way I am.
Yep.
Oh, yes. What's today's date? The 14th? This live was recorded January 3rd. So what's that now, babe? 11 days? Too Strong said when they stopped by after New Year's, what was that, the 1st or the 2nd? They said in 2 weeks. And they ended up moving a little sooner than they were going to because everyone started jumping on the Alley Carter story and started trying to control the narrative here.
Yeah.
On YouTube. And we all know that Corey Fair came through and announced on.
That's how you know they getting high. That motherfucker said today was the 14th. This shit came out 43 minutes ago. It's the 16th. How the fuck is Wolf Coochie 3 days behind, 2 days behind?
Wolf Coochie still think it's the 14th. Oh, they getting high for real, for real. He said the 14th. This shit just came out 43 minutes ago. Oh, maybe they just send. Maybe they clipped it today, and maybe they just clipped this piece today or something. But the conversation took place on the 14th, maybe.
That they would be unveiling some truths, and then the next thing you know,
Yeah, they wasn't expecting a little nobody channel to pop up. They wasn't expecting a Ralph. Nobody expects a Ralph. It's unexpected. You don't expect me. I just pop up. I fix shit and I go about my business. I know that I'm not, I know people don't keep me around for a long time. They just keep me around long enough to fix whatever it is, and then they didn't expect a Ralph to pop up. They didn't expect a small content creator to come over here and shine a light on they shit. They didn't even expect the light to be that big. They played me to the left, like, oh, you nobody. Even Storm Monroe, who I emailed, Storm Monroe, who I contacted.
Now I want you to think about this. This a whole year or something ago, right? Look where we still at right now. Look where we still at right now. Now I was saying this a whole year and something ago.
With him, to put it on TikTok. Essie Berry done turned her back on me and try to act like she don't. All of them never expected me to go this hard. When I put, sometimes when you put yourself in something and you realize the depth of what you put yourself in, you realize this is something that you can't just let up on. This ain't something that I could have just came over here, said a couple of things, and then one about my married way. It wouldn't happen because that's not the type of person that Jaguar Wright is. She holds grudges, So as soon as you slight her in any way, she's going to try to make your life a living hell at the smallest slight. So you might as well just keep your foot on her neck. You got to keep your foot on her neck.
Oh my goodness. People that weren't even discussing her jumped on it. Alexis K. Everyone's talking about why. Calling it the turducken receipt. Because see, what's becoming very clear is that there were things that were discussed in the secret live with me and Grace. I'm having such a hard time guarding my mouth. I'm really proud of myself. I love it when I run a clean out that nobody knows,
See? She's gloating and she's bragging about how her and Grace put this secret conversation in operation that started the downfall of Ali Nation.
Yes, I still got it. The espionage is strong with me. But I wanted to try out my own little storyline, and I wanted to see what it would do. See, the beautiful thing about my apps is they run in the backdrop before they come to the foreground, and usually it's me and the trolls racing to see who gets to hit first or hardest. But this, it's an addiction. When you put it out together. And then you put it out there into the world, you focus on it, and you got it to fruition. The Alley Court car story was going to crash eventually. There was no way they was going to be able to keep all up. It's the fact that it took someone like me to just knuckle in on the fact that if she took her exposure seriously, why would she be dishonest about Tupac being her father? The simple fact that it took someone like me.
Listen to her.
People talking about these things is kind of disturbing because this girl's been running her mouth like this for half a decade.
Absolutely.
We've also established that she is a victim. And the person that she's being victimized is her fake mom.
The white chocolate.
Yeah, the twin. When I say that, all I think about is the twin flames.
It's an echo.
The secretly in love, the
Now,
in love, star-crossed lovers, and all of that whack. that, the less people that I know that call each other twins, it's short for twin flame.
You're
You know,
disgusting.
I also find it funny that I'm the first person to bring up the fact that, it was common practice in the hidden homosexual sectors for you to marry your younger lover and make them your child, so this way they could be in your life and inherit. I've said all of these things, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
And yeah, everybody's
Now,
acting
where's that at?
like they said it for the first
Where's
time.
that at? Where's that at? Where's that at? Somebody tell me where's that at? Where does it tell you that you gotta marry your younger lover and take the offspring of it? Because this would explain exactly what took place with her father, right? This would explain this how Jaguar Wright's mind worked. If her father was the uh father of Giovanni, then this explains why she took her offspring and was about to do the same thing, right? Her father fathered her a child. She was going to take that child and father a child. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. It's all there. Her mind, the way she think. She's telling you how she thinks. She's just putting it on other people. You see that? She gonna tell you how she thinks. She gonna tell you how fucked up her mind is, but she gonna make it seem like it was somebody else's mind, somebody else's idea. Yeah, the lady Maggie just going along with uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. What is she talking about? It is customary for them to marry their younger and have a kid with them. First of all, you're talking about two women that can't have kids. And second of all, what you're talking about code.
Haven't I?
Yes, you have.
And yeah, everybody's acting like they said it for the first time.
Mhm.
So this is all of this alley debacle and confusion and exposure. Most of it all. Why now? Why now?
Exactly.
The here kitty kitty thing was just starting to warm up. They were just starting to get used to lying to the public, saying that me and my supporters were threatening them and harassing them. They were they was just getting it warmed up and everybody was
Natanya is telling you hi. She's in the chat.
hey sis. So when I think about all of that, and then the instant turn, why? Why not? The alley story was still storying. Why burn it all down now?
Excellent question.
Maybe you thought that it was corrupted and you needed. Maybe you needed to burn it down because you thought maybe someone else was getting control of the story.
You see how she's telling on herself? You see how she's telling on herself? The reason why she's justifying burning down the alley story is because she feels like maybe through the alley side of it, her corporation is being infiltrated, right? So she's going to cut Ali off. But really, it's her deflecting. She's got to cut these corners off because Wolf Coochie got different plans for their money. Wolf Coochie plan is not to stay loyal to the original people at the table. That's why she's cutting Courtney Burgess off. That's why she's cutting Ali Carter off. That's why, Misha got cut off. Now she's got to cut herself off from Idra English. She's cutting herself off from these people for a reason. She about to crash the whole story. She about to separate from them and then act like she exposed them. That's what she about to do. She about to separate herself from the story and then act like she exposed them when she's the ringleader.
You know, boy, I tell you, by the way, I'm being very naughty right now. Cause I think I'm about to take a troll nest and drive it insane.
Oh. I'm just not figuring it out. Yeah. You a cold motherfucker.
Me. I told you when I like my feet. There it is.
I
Who
told you.
is talking?
Hey, no, I set that name like that. You're a genius. I think why it is.
Look at how demonic they is. Look at her. Look at her. She really thinks she doing something.
You reached out. I wanted to talk to you because I was wondering, you know, if you, when you're on I don't. One with Ali Carter.
Hey, did anybody see commercials pop up on this live? Are y'all seeing commercials pop up on this live?
That's a little snippet on turducken. That's the duck that we gonna shove in the
You see that?
and then we gonna take it and shove.
Did you see that? Whoever that was on the phone, I think it might have been Shelly on the phone. He said she don't talk to nobody but Grace
It was Amber.
and Ayasha.
That was Amber on the phone.
I don't know how to spell it yet, but as soon as I figure out how to
Amber,
spell Mushera, that's
Amber.
what's going in everything. Mushera. Seen it on videos of her making her son do this stuff.
Disgusting sexual things about you. Come on.
No,
People
I have to.
People have come on and said things.
Sure,
but you have a right. For example, you said she's hacking people's phones. What proof
Oh,
do you have of
Mushera.
that? What proof do you have of that?
He said Mushera, yeah.
Mushera.
Mushera. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
give her respect, call her Jack. Her name is Mushera.
Yeah, your name is Mushera from
Yes,
now
man.
on.
You
That's what I'm putting
Yes,
in my
man,
title.
you know the people. Stop
As
too
soon as
late.
I
Stop.
figure, I don't know how to spell it yet, but as soon as I figure out how to spell Mushera, that's what's going in everything. Mushera. Mushera. Here, Mushera. Mushera, Mushera, Mushera.
Was that Ali?
Did you hear that?
You might have to give her a little context.
I'm a
Yeah,
fool.
please.
I'm a
Please. I mean, I am French. I just heard Ali Carter called you. Yes. What is going on?
Look,
I find it very interesting.
Ali
because
Carter.
That was recorded on June 3rd. Can we do a little research, Madge? When did
So June 3rd, Shelly Carter called her. Listen, how she got your number?
Yeah, they're gonna be upset. Let them be mad. Let them be angry. Jaguar doing her midnight rants, 3:00 in the morning on the West Coast, 6:00 on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
You that he tells everybody that you stole his bike. We are losing to someone. Cause they got him.
Wolf Coochie don't stand a chance.
Moments.
Huh?
Cousin used to have.
She got the empty bonnet. Look.
Mom used to have
Empty bonnet. Look. Look at that.
You know what chemical
Look at
imbalance
that.
was taking place in my mom's mind.
Look at that. That's
I
an
know when my
empty
cousin was having
bonnet.
These moments, my cousin would.
I want y'all to think about that. That is an empty bonnet right there. Who gives a bonnet? Who gives a bonnet nothing to do? Like, you got to be diabolical to give a bonnet nothing to do. Just put a bonnet on. That motherfucker ain't got nothing to do. Right? Jaguar ran the water in the hotel all night. She ran the shower all night just to run the water out so people wouldn't have no water in the morning. She ran the shower all night just to run the water out so people wouldn't have no water in the morning. You know how diabolical your mind got to be staying at a hotel and run the shower for 10 hours, all the way from 11 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. You just running the shower, using all the hot. Well, you ain't even in the shower. You're in the bathroom just running the water for no apparent reason at all, just to waste the hot water so nobody can take a shower in the morning. That is very disturbing when you do something like that. Can you imagine staying at a hotel? You wake up, try to get in the shower, no hot water. And she in the room cackling. She in the room cackling, everybody in the hallway going to management and shit like that. It's hot water. What's going on with the hot water? She in the room cackling. Ma'am, checkouts at 11. We're going to extend. Was in the casino life in Atlantic City, right? My cousin was in the, casino life, and she was. What you got? This is what I was pointing out. You see that dipper cigarette that's in her hand? You see that dipper cigarette that's in her hand? That's why she's holding that cigarette like that, up like that, right? That is a dipper cigarette. That's not no regular cigarette. That is a dipper cigarette. You can see that the tobacco lining in that cigarette. That means it is in wet, embalming fluid. That is a dipper cigarette right there. Y'all trying to act like y'all don't remember the days when Wacky done took over. That is a dipper. That is a dipper. She smoked that shit. She ain't gonna know where she'll wake up somewhere and don't know how she got there. Is calling somebody to pick them up. Can you pick me up? I don't know where I'm at. Find my phone.
What you did to Kathy was bad. What you did to me was worse. But Rochelle, nasty work.
She on them dippers.
Listen,
she's on them
you did
dippers.
to Kathy was bad. What you did to me was worse. But Rochelle, nasty work. That's still talking about Sean, right? We didn't know that.
Look what happened.
Put the sweater back on.
Please put the sweater back on.
Ooh, we didn't know. Oops. We didn't know. Put it back on. We did not know.
Also known as Adrian Deontay Lewis, and the official king PDF, also known as Michael Braggs Jr. Our juniors on YouTube.
Oh, she took the bonnet off too? Fuck her no. Fuck her no. She took the bonnet off too. You can't take the bonnet off. Not in your most evil moment.
Kingsley, welcome. Oh wow, to the right experience. Oh, you in. You all the way in. You got the access. Because the right experience is about to evolve.
Is it?
And all of you that are there are going to get a special treat.
Is it?
Oh, and by the way, Dory Davis, I'm giving you no t-shirt. You want it back?
Motherfucker, banana behind your ass. Is that a banana back there? Motherfucker, banana back there look like it evolved.
Didn't want nothing to do with it. I said, you know what?
Yeah, I remember she used to be mad. We was paying attention to the refrigerator. She's like, y'all paying attention to the refrigerator? She punching holes in the refrigerator back there. And look how big she is. Look, she about as big as the refrigerator. She's sitting there trying to talk about Maggie, and she about as big. Look at how hefty she is. Look at her arms. She is hefty as hell. Her neck almost gone, just like Wolf Coochie's. She is hefty. And Wolf Coochie then traded in the Maserati and pulled up with this motherfucking big ass Buick. You know, traded the Maserati and pulled up with this big ass Buick.
Where the?
Not YouTube. TikTok. She said there were people at her door. She said an exterminator that wasn't an exterminator came to her home. She said she was in danger. Now, I could have said, well, I prayed for you and logged the fuck off.
I want y'all to understand exactly. Look, imagine Jaguar, right? Close your eyes. This is what y'all gotta close your eyes and have this experience. Close your eyes, right? And it's called the Ray Charles experience, right? Close your eyes and then imagine feeling this forearm. Imagine shaking Jaguar's hand and feeling this motherfucking forearm. You see how thick? Her forearm is the same size as her damn muscle, her biceps damn near the same. All this shit is the same size. She got some big ass hands. She is in there beating on Wolf Coochie. You hear me? She is in there beating on Wolf Coochie. I guarantee you she grabbing him up and shit. He probably quiet, probably scared. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be. That's a big ass arm. She probably clotheslining him. They in there like a prison cell, fighting or fucking. Fighting or fucking. Those are the only two things they doing, fighting or fucking. There's no in betweens. There's no get alongs. There's no I understand you now. There's none of that shit. It's fighting and fucking. That's it. Two big walruses or some shit going at it. They don't play no other, like they don't do the little sexy role playing games. They do like the animal calls and shit like that. They in there pretending like they Tarzan and she Jane or some shit. You Jungle Book love. Fucking with Baloo. Jungle Book type story. Motherfuckers playing like they Panthers and shit like that. Jumping off the bed and shit. Prowling around corners and shit. Wolf Coochie running around on his knuckles like a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Coming out like a orangutan, beating on the bed with the backside of his fists and shit, beating on his chest with that big ass bump hanging from his neck and shit. And she coming out like, oh, Tarzan, get your motherfucking ass out of here. This is not no Jungle Book story. This is Tailspin all over again. This OEO Tailspin. This is motherfucking Scrooge McDuck and the gang. Can you imagine a session with them? That shit is probably disgusting. I promise you, this is some old Color Purple shit. You hear me? I promise you, they not doing the sexy bits. They not doing the sexy bits. She coming like he just rolled on top of me, and I let him do his business. He come in like Mister downstairs. They is not. I promise you, that shit ain't nothing sexy about nothing that they doing. I promise you. I promise you. Motherfucker probably got to look at the phone the whole time he with her. He probably got apps and shit on the phone that he watch while he with her. There's no possible way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What? What? Man, hell nah. Hitting that motherfucker from behind and a waffle or some shit whiff up. Nah, come on. This ain't sexy at all. Is she gonna be mad? She gonna call this sexual harassment. He is talking about his sexual harassment. Get your motherfucking Bumpy Johnson looking ass up out of here. Nobody want to sexually harass you. Those is two things that is not in no type of algorithm when it comes to Jaguar. Not no sexy or harassment. Ain't nothing talking about Jaguar sexy and can nothing be harassed in that category. This is just public observation because you are a public figure and Wolf Coochie thinks he's a private nigga, whatever he called himself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These is master manipulatippers trying to portray on the internet. She probably be on a stem fast diet this summer. You know what I'm saying? Probably trying to lose weight now. You know, wintertime comes, she'll blow back up like Yogi the Bear. And he running around like Boo Boo. And not, you know what I'm saying? He running around like Boo Boo. Come on. You know what we're going to do today, Boo Boo? How about those picnic baskets? We're going to try to see if we can outsmart the Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Damn, can you imagine all of the sweat that's clogged up in her neck rolls? The sweat that's clogged up in her neck rolls. Oh man, I know that shit stink. Shit probably smell like earwax or something. Oh my God. My stomach hurt right now. Listen to me. I promise you. I promise you. That's not, she's not a very hygienical person. You know what I'm saying? She's not a very hygienical person. If she was a nigga, she would probably have like a 2-liter soda bottle by her bed just to piss in it, so she wouldn't have to get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. You hear me? She probably got a 2-liter soda bottle by her bed just to piss in it, because she ain't gonna get up in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? For real, she's not. I'm telling you. Jaguar strike me as one of them little girls that peed the bed all the way until they was 13, had all this mouth in the street and was pissing the bed. You hear me? Talked all of this stuff with her hands and all of that shit and was going home pissing the bed. Probably till she was like 16. For real. For real.
But I asked them, are you truly in danger? Are you telling me now in front of this live audience you're in danger? And she said, yes. I said, you're in Detroit? She said, yes. I said, I can have somebody.
Yeah, Jaguar take baths and piss in the tub while she bathing in it. Yeah, nasty work. I promise you, Jaguar take baths and piss in it. That's why that one day Will Cookie didn't want to get in the tub with her. He's like, ain't you on your cycle? Yeah, not want to get in the tub. Like, that water probably already changed colors. That's the only way you could think of that shit. That motherfucking water probably already changed colors. He said, nope, I don't want to get in. You on your cycle. I'm not on my cycle. Shit, that water saying otherwise. That motherfucker is a, you know what I'm saying?
5 minutes or less.
Now listen to what's happening, right? She's all the way in DeSoto. The person she's talking about is LaGina Gold in Detroit, right? But she telling Gina, I can have somebody to you in 45 minutes or less, right? This is where she plays cleanup, because she's got to prove that she didn't try. But she gonna be the next one. He don't even know it, because she gonna be like, I didn't know nothing about what he was using my money for. I didn't know he was.
You heard what Misha said. You heard what Misha said. Misha said she ate the box. Misha over on TikTok now. You know what I'm saying? But Misha said she ate the box. We ran into her over on TikTok and talked to her over there too, more recently. But she said she ate the box. And Jaguar own son said that she manipulates sacred energy all the time. And you know, Misha said she ate the box. She manipulates sacred energy. Ain't no telling what that shit smell like. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there worried about my teeth. Listen, my teeth don't want to go nowhere near you. Shit, my teeth probably melt. Okay, I get closer, probably they motherfucker probably rot out my mouth and fall out on their own. Get closer to that, teeth probably start jumping out my mouth. I don't want to be here. Or the tongue run to the back of my throat. Huh? I promise you. What could you gotta get sexy with that all the time? Oh my goodness, Wolf. I'm sorry for you, my boy. I feel sorry for you, my boy. That is nasty work. I do not want to. How are you getting sexy with that? Damn. You got to tell her to come out that same bra every night. Every time you want to get nasty, that shit got to be getting tiresome at this point. I know you tired of the same position. You probably, and he lazy too. Them niggas probably just lay on their side and do it. You know she put the pins down every time she lay down. She got to put the depends down. She still pee the bed. She be having leaks and shit. You know what I'm saying? She put the depends down. You can hear it when she moving around on the bed. You got to put plastic down. You hear that shit when she moving around on them beds and shit. You hear the depends moving around. When I used to have to help my grandma out her bed to get her in her wheelchair and stuff, that's the same sound they used to make when she used to scoot to the edge of the bed. That same crumpling the pen sound. You know what that shit sound like. Y'all acting like y'all don't know what that shit sound like when somebody got Depends on the bed and they try to put a sheet over top of it and then they scooting around on the bed and you hear that motherfucking plastic up under there just a crinkling. You know what I'm talking about. You be wanting to ask, like, what's that? What's that? Mind your business. What mind your business? That ain't none of your business right there with that. That's a whole Depend sheet. They got the big ones, the big extra long Depend sheets and shit, you know. Whole bed. Wolf over there sweating like a motherfucker. She sweat. Wolf sweating, she pissing. Yeah, nasty to the motherfucker. Wolf over there sweating, she over there pissing the bed. Oh, nasty ass. You know what I'm saying? You know she a bed wetter. You see pissing the bed, lying to him, telling him this other shit. I had a dream about you last night. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You nasty mother sucker. That's why her son got the fumbling with his words when he started talking about it. Like, I seen my mom naked like she was a wolf under the moon. I basically, I ba- I, I basically, uh, bu- I basically almost, I basically, he ain't know what to call that shit. He ain't know whether to call that shit incest. He ain't know what to call that shit. Mom out here trying to get him to fornicate with Regina Gold and shit. Talking about some that's you know what I'm saying? That's Aaliyah and R. Kelly, baby. You might as well go ahead and be with Aaliyah and yeah, poor Sam. I'm gonna try to get in touch with Sam, see if I can get him over here with an interview. Let me get in touch with Tasha K. And Tasha K, get in touch with me. I want to be a part of the team. I can articulate shit properly. Tasha K, look at me. Look at how I do with my wordplay. My wordplay is explicit. Come on, Tasha K. I tango labia. Tango labia, Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? Put me in touch with the motherfuckers so I could do some interviews and shit and ask some provocative questions. Huh? Yeah, put me in touch with the motherfuckers. Stop sending Jaguar right over here. Huh? Send me somebody different, a Tokyo Tony or something. Huh? Send me something fucking different. Sending me the knots and shit. Jaguars and shit. Send me something different, motherfuckers. Shuffle the cards up and deal a whole new hand. Stop playing. We already collapsed this whole thing over here. They can't keep up with me. We got to take week breaks just for them to catch up. They still trying to report on some shit that happened a year ago. Make it make sense. That's how I know they ain't catch up with us yet. Jaguar, right. Need to flip, you know, drugs. Jaguar, right. Motherfucker stole my bike. If you catch her at night, you'll end up in a fight. And something ain't right with Jaguar, right. We done exposed all of them. The circle, the circle of them is thick. This den of thieves is thick. You know, I kept on trying to figure out why would somebody with 500K come over to my page to try to compromise my page. I kept on trying to figure it out. Even when, you know, the next day Perry came over when we was talking about some other stuff and Perry came over and popped up to try to be, you know, they was checking on the page to see if the page went down. They was really just checking on the page to see if the page went down. You know? They put a nice little hit out on our page at one point. For real, they did. They had Sherelle and Perry come over here on some bullshit. And then try to make it seem like they was Tony the Tiger Tough. He don't want it with me. He don't want it with me. Ma'am. Y'all are 60-something years old with AARP cards and your husband dressed up in spandex. I think y'all need to figure shit out at the home front first. You know what I'm saying? You worried about if people want it with you on the internet. And Perry out here dressing, You know what I'm saying? Where is this damn live at with them in it? Let's not even get on the not. The not just special. I got those papers, you know, the ones that allow me to get away with some shit. They all got those papers, it seemed like. If you ask me, they all seem to have those papers. There was something mentally wrong with all of them. I knew the world was upside down. I was like, all right, I'm going to have to get low because in the insane world, it's going to be the sane who is deemed crazy. And that's when I started realizing, as soon as I started seeing it, like, okay, I see it. It's the sane who they are deeming crazy.
You know, lately a nigga been.
And look at them. They tried it.
Be out and be okay with it.
They tried it. Hold on. Is this the one where did not try to manipulate Maggie and get Maggie to come over? He was going to her live.
Which is funny. But anyway,
Yeah, look.
Right.
Mini
Indulging
bags?
in that conversation. Indulging in it. Like, yeah, and then they taking turns telling stories about
Look. They came up, played their little game of manipulation. We're going to use his panel to go talk about it, and then we're going to strike his panel. Right?
right.
Yeah.
That's a
We ain't
lot.
violate the community guidelines the whole time.
See?
Well, and
I
then
know.
too,
That's why they kept on saying that. We ain't violate the community guidelines the whole time. We violated them sometimes, but the knot probably was keeping notes of when Perry violated it or when Sherelle violated it, when she say something about Maggie being overweight, or when he say, you know, she's this, that, and the third. They was using words that they knew that they can strike under the copyright violations instead of under, you know, like using somebody's material, right? So they was going against the violations against the community guidelines, right? And that's what they were over here doing, like just trying to say words that they knew. Same way Jaguar Wright said, you know, when Jaguar said, that's why I say you pay attention to patterns. Jaguar say, oh, I know all the words to say on somebody's page to make it non-monetizable and so on and so forth. That's what they came over here and did.
Just
And we weren't even monetized.
You know, that tried to
Jealous,
play that
it
little
was the
game.
jealous creator. I know exactly who it was. The same person.
Was it? Hey, hey, hey.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Are you serious?
The same
Yeah,
person.
Oh my
the reason
God.
why I know, the reason why
Yeah.
I know because
See? Manipulation.
We had no intentions of becoming friends, but it's a blessing that we became friends. And we are true friends. We don't think about nobody. We don't give a damn about nobody else. We too busy making each other laugh and talking about our lives and just being friends.
Yeah, like we don't
We're
like I
weird.
don't do no op-up. Like the principal thrust of my friendship is not because I'm mad at somebody else and that person is mad at them too. That's weird as hell to me.
Weird. Get a life. You're weird. Do what we said, Ralph, because that's just jealousy. Just jealousy.
It is. It's crazy. You got a brand new channel that just hit 1,500. You just got about 800, 900 new subscribers in the past 24 hours alone. Come on, you just as much of a threat as us. And you got me, and you got Perry and Sherelle. Perry and Sherelle are the most respected people in the black tea sector.
yeah, I think it's a lot of
You hear this bullshit? Do you hear this bullshit? Huh? Do y'all hear this bullshit? They thought they was master manipulatippers. Listen to me.
Y'all are.
No, I was laughing. Remember when
Stroking
you
each
first
other
met me
ego.
and you said you're in the beef sector, and I said, "No, I'm not." You go, "Yes, you are." I had no idea. I really didn't. I was like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah. Excuse me? Excuse me? What are you saying?
I was
said,
bringing
"When did I
Clubhouse,
get in
Come
this
Clubhouse
on.
energy.
Come
When did I
on.
get in the beef sector?
Come on.
You
I say
said
the dark side of
1,000 people in the chat, and we gonna do it. We gonna do
we
it.
are, no matter where it's at, I'm gonna collectively promote it.
Yeah,
All
we're
of
gonna
that.
promote it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
make sure you send it
talk
to me
about it,
so I
and
can
we're gonna get
promote it.
4,000 people in that chat. And I'm gonna bring on other bloggers that hate Jag. And this damn thing gonna be filled. It's gonna be filled up because all them bloggers that I said that jagged and pissed off, I'm friends with every single one of them. We're gonna fill this up, and everybody gonna take their turn dragging her ass while we turn in paperwork to the damn judge.
I know
Oh,
that's right.
heck.
See? See?
It's gonna bring everybody.
It wasn't
We're gonna
me.
get all of our.
It was these weird people.
Did not, you know what? We'll get together after this because I got to go cook my sons. Like I said, I'm no Dusty. I don't abandon my kids. I feed them.
See? Like to me, that's what they came over here for. Manipulation. Manipulation.
And these are underwear she got on.
See? You see what he tried to show? Maggie's clothes. Maggie's clothes. That's what he tried to show.
I told you, bitch.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We was way ahead of y'all. We seen that did it. We seen y'all. Yeah, we did. We seen y'all. We seen the game. You know? We know the levels to this shit. We watching y'all manipulate the levels to this shit. Even now, we still watching certain variations of manipulation when it comes to this. You know? But we don't try to get into all of that. We never try to get into all. We've been pointed y'all out and left it alone. We've been told, you know, said what was going on, and left it alone. Y'all don't want to leave us alone. Okay, well, come on. Let's start it back up again. You so scary. When I went over to Jaguar's page, right? And she was trying to have people up on the panel. So I'm like, all right, boom, I'm gonna come up on the panel, right? She said, you see who's in the background, Wolf? You see who in the background? Wolf, like, yeah, I blocked his ass. I blocked his ass. Like, block me. Quick. Scared for Jaguar to have an interaction. You know what I'm saying? Block me quick. You know?
I would be emotionally compared to listen and make content out of it. But the only reason she did that is because she knew that it was over. She knew that was the last time. Once I expressed myself and articulate about it, there was no reason to roast and gag. So can you give me a synopsis of what she said, and we can clarify all of this here?
She said that she ain't talked to
When I
about
sent
4
the
or
not
5
cash
months, and
apps.
all of a sudden you just called her last night at 1:30 her time and sent text messages just talking reckless. And she said, and I don't know why he called me. I ain't talked to him in 4 or 5 months. He ain't heard my voice. So it looked like you were harassing her.
Right. Let me ask you.
Now look, watch how the knot confirms that he hasn't talked to this person in months, and he don't care that he hasn't talked to this person in months. Watch how he confirmed this shit.
Question about that. Do you feel like that maybe because I'm the king, I'm the GOAT, and the content you do is so great, it gets me through my day. You feel like, do you honestly want me to believe that just because she hasn't talked to me, that she still has not been consuming my content and seeing what's going on? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. So with that said, and if it's a possibility that you're doing that and you know this person cut you off, even though she hasn't talked to me for the past 4 months, it hasn't been 5 months, for the past 4,
we told her.
If I'm the harasser and I tell you that I don't want shit to do with you 4 or 5 months ago, and you immediately started to finance somebody who has a platform that's harassing me, do you not still see how she's participating in the problem?
Yeah, but that is her money, and you can't really control where
You're
she
right.
take her
And
money
that's
to.
where, and that's where I can take accountability as a grown man. I
played
cannot
it
control that,
smooth.
and that is her money. But people fail to realize that I'm a content creator, I'm an actor, and I'm a human being. I see that you're sending this person who you have already identified as somebody who harasses me, and you're sending the money to try to make me feel less than. And
About this woman, we already did a live. Page. But listen to how this is where Pow Wow ate. This
that's the worst.
I laughed about it. I said, ain't no way that's to me. So addicted to supporting a whole woman.
So you're going to Europe. I can show you text messages right now. Oh, you want to go to Europe with me? I'm going to. Let's go and let's. No, bitch. You going to Europe to prove a point that way.
We know. And you know what's crazy? Give it to me, baby. On you. You wanted to tear her, hurt him. How I went about the interview. Look,
I have a gallery show.
Now this is what they're not doing. The knot does.
I had to block on my Instagram. The same thing with AT2. You know how people be the first. Only 10 people that seen my story. Why the fuck is she the first one? She know when I'm going to Brazil. And so again, like the last time I was in Brazil, she painted this narrative that she too was on vacation. So she too is going on vacation when I go on vacation to try to compete with me. That's what it is. To try to act like she's happy and not miserable.
Think about that. So upset yesterday by this, man.
It out of her house, and she played with that girl.
Ralph is the one.
I guess my point is proven, when you go back and look at all the lives, even the ones that we did, the point is proven in multiple lives that we did. The point is proven in all of them.
That whole
yeah, you pay that shit, hoe, and keep it pushing. Shut the fuck up, bitch, because he got hitters behind him. You better know that, pussy hoe.
She the reason why I stopped. This she the reason why I don't like you, lady. Till you know that.
I know. I swear to God, I know.
See the reason I don't like you. Listen to him.
I said she make us respect.
And he tried to talk about Lady T's cootie cat, talking about something. Oh yeah, you got a pretty one. And Lady T like, stop saying. And he like, well, you sent it to me. You sent me the pitch. He's trying to show off, use Lady T. He do not like women. He do not like women. Black. He do not like women, period. Because he like, oh, you sent me a picture. Why are you telling on a live panel that this woman sent you a picture of her cootie cat? Why? Why are you telling any pictures that you getting on the back end of any of these women, right? That's nasty right there. That's sick-minded, right? And he's sitting here trying to make it seem like he's so, I like black. A black woman gonna get with him and find out that he getting pounded out by YT boys, by YT men. That was gonna happen. Crazy.
And then I was on AT2. I was never on AT2. I said, make a home video for my European travel blog. I'm on Facebook, girl. And so I was recording. And
bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about that. This nigga don't give a fuck. He ain't watching. All he care about is getting some clout off of the not name, bitch.
And he dead wrong. Dead wrong. I swear to God.
Look how mad they are.
I believe she made that cheap ass promo video, told him to put it up there.
I just don't understand why he would want to go against you with these weak ass bitches. Bitches is always replaceable. Like my nigga.
Right.
Donut is going nowhere. Like, on God. What are you doing?
And even your ass be trying to crank up lies and talk shit about me. You know
I fuck shit, but I still fucks with you. You know I don't be giving a fuck. I fucks with her. I'm gonna go hard for my cousin's ass out, but I'm riding. Ain't nobody about to fuck with him. I swear to God.
Listen to this desperate ass bitch. She trying to do everything, but she hiding that she's desperate. And that
he is so mad.
And so then he was calling me about on AT2 side. And if you listen to the last voicemail, the apology, quote unquote, voicemail, he was saying how something about I'm trying to talk to you or something. He said you're alive with him, and it's crazy. And for months he was paying me as a sucker. That bitch Blanco, who he's with her pussy.
Oh, Blanco, did you hear?
Blanco. Girl, bye. What you say?
Girl, she didn't call you like
run that back real quick. Run that back. What this whole say?
This is gonna get my attention.
I want to skip to the part where their faces just look sad. Look.
She said when Denat was in Brazil,
look
he was
how
not friends with her
sad
because
they
she's
look.
trying to say that.
With him and brag about people
Look at
asking
they
me for this and that. I'm
faces.
an Aquarius. So
You saying you gonna call
Look at how
my
sad.
probation
Look
officer,
at
you doing too much,
Blanco.
stop that. And I said, this nigga,
Look
listen,
at
you playing the
Blanco.
dozens, I'm gonna use whatever I say. I ain't got time
Look
to
at
do
how
that.
sad they
You
look.
don't know that. You don't know what's going on. You don't know shit
Yeah.
about me, my
In
content
our first
strategy, nothing.
conversation, we talked about you. He fucked with you. So
Of course, and
I'm
Ronnie's
not
own
spitting.
family. Ronnie's
Yeah.
own family has come live after his passing and said, Ronnie fuck with you.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
like, what?
Yo, listen, they is so hurt. You hear me? They is so hurt. We did that. We did that. We didn't intentionally do it, but we not to be taken lightly. You're not gonna play in our face.
And look what happened. Look what happened. They thought they had She Paints over here, thought that she created the scenario that they want. Look at She Paint back over there fighting with the knot. Or now they on the same side fighting now. Huh. Whoop-dee. Right? Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. These things just keep repeating themselves.
Welcome to our tea. What's it gonna be? I'm thinking we can serve your tea hot. We can make it ice cold. We can put it in a shot. Or we can make it real bold. Oh, oh, beef on top of beef. Oh, yes. Yes, it's giving messy, real mess. We having black tea. So won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea. But be careful not to slip. Black tea. Taste the drama real good. Do you want some black tea? In the YT neighborhood. Truth is moving on them streets. But it's caught between them lies. Who be grifting, who cheats? Who be sending round them spies? Beef on top of beef all day, every day. Troublemakers put on display. Do you want some black tea? Won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea. But be careful not to slip. Black tea. Taste of drama real good. Do you want some black tea?
Yo, listen. We don't watch the different variations of manipulation take place. We watching it all over again. You know? We don't watch it go from the Jaguar sector to just the black tea sector. Right? And now look at us. Look at Trevor Green doing his big one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shout out to Trevor Green for the levels of creativity. He done took the whole name and turned it into something. That's what Sean Carter done to me. Huh? Top down on the whole room. Jack grabs up like boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Receipts rolled in, comments went insane. Everybody knew Jackie was playing games. But
when the truth hit back
and the heat got near, she
said it wasn't me. I blame the AI idea.
She screamed out loud for the world to see.
That's what Sean Carter done to me.
She lied to me.
Lied to me.
She lied to you.
Lied to you.
But the lie stops here.
And you got to prove.
She tried to twist the story.
Re-rest the scene.
Said the box framed her
On a live stream screen.
Oh,
I wasn't buying that fantasy. She said, Jackie, please take accountability. No, that, think of this, go just back and just while doing the most. And we had a word to hands.
Drop the story in the fire, hoping everybody take a stand. But echoes don't stay quiet when the truth starts pushing through. And the moment pressure found her, she went
looking for a different truth. Said the tape wasn't her nest. Said the wise got caught somehow. Blame the ghost in the algorithm.
When the heat came down, she cried.
That's what Sean Carter done to me.
Till the truth pulled up, hey, and she changed her key. She had everyone lost, hey, in that live stream scream. When she said was a Jay-Z, hey,
It was Trevor Green.
but the real question is,
Who the hell is Trevor Green?
yeah, she flipped the script when the stakes got steep and the biggest lie Jackie would
Ever speak? She said.
That's what Sean Carter done to me. We saw what we seen. You got caught in your lie. That wasn't AI, and it damn sure wasn't Trevor Green.
The biggest lies you will ever speak.
Is when she said, hey, that's what Sean Carter done to me.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out some of Trevor Green's stuff. I promise you it doesn't disappoint. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Some of Trevor Green's stuff, man. It does not disappoint. I'll be sitting over here laughing, watching it.
You talk all this shit.
Can you answer the question or no?
You know my information. Hit me up. If you a real man,
It's hilarious.
if you a real man,
Wolf Coochie.
and
all this
if you a
Tony the
real
Tiger
man,
shit that you doing, you
just
know
mute
you're not
up.
built for no
you
fight,
talk,
bro.
you talking all that shit.
Wolf, listen. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. You 65 years old. Right? You 65 years old. You don't have no testosterone. You don't want to get into no type of physical altercation.
Bro, you already know. You already know.
Excuse me.
You know you don't want to get in no. Let your man talk.
I'm speaking to the
let your man
host
talk.
of the channel.
Range your teeth.
I'm speaking to
Let
the
your
host.
man talk.
I'm speaking. How could you possibly do that?
Thank you. Let the man talk. Let the two men talk. Let me talk to the man of the house.
You didn't laugh at the picture.
No, I want to know. I want to know. Why
Is
do
this
you
the man
still?
of the house?
Why do
that I'm
you
speaking
still
to?
have? Why do
fucking mouth?
Is this the man of the house that I'm speaking to?
See, once upon a time when people were being rude, you used to mute people and ask people to be quiet.
This ain't no damn. This ain't no slick rap story.
You falling very far. Your standards are so
Okay, I'm
low.
gonna let them talk. I'm gonna let them talk.
Clear.
Okay.
All they're gonna do is throw out insults, Maggie. That's all they're gonna do is throw out insults.
I just have one question.
Watch
I
this,
have one
Maggie.
question to
Watch
ask
this.
you.
Would you
See,
guys
this-
like to have
the
a
bullshit? Here we are with the bullshit. See, and this
What's the
bullshit is so
question,
annoying.
Jack?
Jaguar, what happened to
So annoying.
crueltyfree.com?
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Bitch, you ain't stutter. What happened to crueltyfree.com, you fucking scammer? Gathering close.
What happened to crueltyfree.org, the nonprofit organization? What happened to it?
Once again, all the defamation that you've been spitting about
Sue me. What happened to the crueltyfree.org?
Stop talking over people.
Mush mouth.
See, that's the problem. This is how we know y'all are sitting here fucking lying and capping. Because you can't let anybody
Are
speak.
you upset?
You can't let anybody speak.
Why are you dropping F-bombs?
What do you want?
Well, because I want to kill the monetization on this live.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. You're so cute. Okay, now tell me, what is your question?
That's why.
What is your question?
So you
So I'm
really
gonna say
mad that
fuck,
Maggie
fuck,
still
fuck,
got a page,
and
huh?
faggot. No, I really don't give a
It's
shit.
hurting you that
I don't
Maggie
give a
got a
shit.
page. ain't it?
Faggot. No, he
Bitches, you cool? I think Jackie needs to go back to that mental facility for an update on her diagnosis. Man, I think the schizophrenia has elevated. Man. I think the unspecified bipolar is kicking her ass. And she may need a break from civilization altogether. Like this video.
Y'all make sure y'all go over and check out Trevor Green. If y'all not already checking out Trevor Green, make sure y'all go over and check out Trevor Green. Numbers are growing over there. He's almost at 2K subscribers. So let's help push him to 2K subscribers. And if you ain't already following OKP, then you might want to get over there and follow him. Or you can follow him at the Lituation. And you're probably already following Maggie DaWise Owl. If you're not, go follow them. They're all a part of that madness, so on and so forth. So look, when we start coming out with the TV series, right? We might need to get all of their signatures, you know what I'm saying, to sign it off, so that way we can, try to sell this to like, one of those stations, one of those channels. This shit can turn into the Family Guy. This whole Black tea sector can turn into the Family Guy episodes. Motherfucker be tuning in every Friday. You hear me? You hear me? So y'all might have to look into that, man. Y'all could make a whole sitcom out of that shit. But y'all gotta release it so that way they could be able to do it. Y'all have to release it. Hey, if nobody told y'all that they love y'all today, let us be the first but not the last to tell you that we love y'all, right? Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you ain't great, right? And no matter how much bullshit they keep on spinning, no matter how many flip my dips they keep on doing, y'all make sure that y'all, stay in tune with yourself. Make sure that y'all stay out the way of that bullshit. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all duck and dodge that bullshit. They still got it going on, but duck and dodge that shit. Act like you know. Act like you know how to duck and dodge that shit. All right? Duke, nuke, scoop, nuke 'em, whatever you want to call it. Just keep on ducking and dodging all of this BS, man. They got a lot of scams going on. Hopefully, the feds will be moving in soon, and we ain't got to worry about it no more. It's getting close. They don't want from cruelty-free. Now it's not the cruelty-free now. Now they try to change it up, you know what I mean? To make it seem like it's a business, like, cruelty-free. Nah, y'all had that shit as a nonprofit organization under a 501c, and people need answers. Book them, Dano. You know what I'm saying? Hawaii 5-0 they ass. Book them, Dano. I hope they hire Dog the Bounty Hunter to come search and find your ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Dog the Bounty Hunter's not here no more. I'm sorry. Well, I hope they hire somebody with 2 pit bulls and German shepherds, top flight security of the world, come look for your ass, Craig. Craig and Dodo.